Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. I hope Logan will let Carter handle the fall by himself. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, get ready for what will happen at Forrester Creations next week. Carter Walton will now have to deal with the consequences of his takeover being made public. Will Hope Logan let her partner to die by himself? Read on to find out. Here are the spoilers for what will happen next on B&B. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Will Carter Walton face music alone? Carter Walton has completely lost his mind, and it's obvious that his love for Hope Logan has tainted his judgment. In any case, Carter carried out his revolution by getting Rich Forrester to sign a series of fictitious documents that gave him authority over Forrester Creations. Will Logan allow Carter to take the fall alone? B&B spoilers. But Rich was tipped off by Brooke Logan, who threw a kink in his plan. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Rich is not in the mood to compromise with terrorists and brings in tough guy Justin Barber to clear up the mess that Hope and Carter made. Carter may be in far more trouble than he and Hope Logan even imagined, according to B&B reports. It's not like you can deceive your boss and have him sign away control of his business and get away with it. In order to prevent situations like Carter's takeover, corporations must abide by laws and checks and balances. It's reasonable to assume that Carter violated a few laws while deceiving Rich Forrester. After ensuring the safety of his business, Rich may get in touch with police enforcement and file charges against his former employee. Will Hope Logan only have to be slapped on the wrist to get away with it? Viewers of The Bold and the Beautiful are aware that without Hope, Carter would never have carried out his schemes. Hope supported him throughout the entire process and even began sleeping with him even though it was his idea and he made it happen. The real story of Hope Logan's emotions for Carter Walton in B&B spoilers. For months, B&B fans have argued over whether Hope Logan truly feels something for Carter or if she is merely using him to further her own goals. It's safe to say that Hope has been playing Carter like a violin if she lets him go to prison. Do you believe Hope will support her guy or will she let him fail on his own? Steffi is enraged by Dr. Finn's change of heart. When the soap opera returns after Thanksgiving preemptions the following week, The Bold and the Beautiful will be in utter disarray. Steffi Forrester will believe that this was a personal attack and that Hope Logan is the brains behind the takeover of Forrester Creations. However, Dr. John Finnegan, Steffi's spouse, will have a slightly different perspective. Steffi Forrester and Finn Finnegan disagree in spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Would standing up for Hope Logan lead to major issues at the Shin House? On The Bold and the Beautiful, Finn and Steffi's marriage is still going strong despite all the hurdles against them. But for a while now, B&B teasers have been indicating that the married couple may face difficulties. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Steffi is enraged by Dr. Finn's change of heart. When Carter and Hope's plans are exposed, Steffi Forrester will be out for blood. Giving her husband a break from his old best friend Hope is the last thing she will anticipate from him. From the beginning, Steffi Forrester made it quite evident to Finn that she would end their relationship if he failed to be faithful to her, even waving to her adversary Hope Logan once more. According to B&B spoilers, Finn will feel morally obligated to break Hope's downward spiral. In addition to being Steffi's spouse, Finn is a doctor who has sworn to assist individuals in need of medical care. Hope is obviously in need of medical attention and is getting out of hand, in Finn's opinion. Spoilers for B&B, Dr. Finn Finnegan changes sides. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffi will be furious when she tells Finn about Hope and Carter's plans to take over and her husband doesn't respond the way she believes he ought to. Instead of criticizing Hope Logan's actions, Dr. Finn will probably point out that she isn't acting rationally. He might even make matters worse by accusing Steffi of bullying and fighting someone who is obviously in trouble. Steffi won't tolerate Finn standing up for the person who just attempted to rob her of her company. She might even force him to sleep at his office. If Finn attempts to enlist Hope Logan's assistance instead of allowing his wife carry on this fight, may his marriage be in jeopardy? Is it wrong for Steffi to place him in this situation and let Finn make the decision? Will Bold and the Beautiful force Hope to make a heartbreaking choice? Hope's connection with her mother on B&B may be terminated due to her commitment to Carter. Hope and Brooke's relationship on The Bold and the Beautiful is starting to show signs of strain. Hope's takeover scheme with Carter has caused tension between mother and daughter. When Hope has to make a tough decision, their relationship might be permanently shattered. Mother or boyfriend? When Brooke overheard her plans to take over Forrester Creations, she notified Ridge, which hurt Hope. Brooke defended her behavior, but Hope feels her mother deceived her. Despite being Hope's staunchest ally, Brooke disagrees with her daughter's most recent choice. She wants Hope to put this crap behind her and let the Forresters run the business. However, when Brooke finds out that Carter really files the papers, she is taken aback. This plotline has more than just Forrester Creations' future at risk. One of the most significant individuals in Hope's life might pass away. Brooke still insists her kid is a decent person. Brooke placed more blame on Carter than Hope during Ridge's tirade about the takeover. Brooke secretly thinks Hope is a victim of Carter's plot and that Carter is the mastermind. Because of Carter's detrimental influence on Hope, Brooke will give her daughter the order to break up with Carter. But the time when everyone pushed Hope around is over. She will not let her mother or anybody else to rule her life. Carter is Hope's favorite, and he has defended her when no one else would. She envisions managing Forrester Creations as part of their future together. However, Hope's relationship with her mother may be terminated due to her commitment to Carter. Have your cake and eat it too has always been Hope's philosophy. When she and Carter take over Forrester, she believes she will still have Brooke's support, but Hope is going to have a harsh awakening. Despite her affection for her daughter, Brooke is aware that Hope is making a mistake. She refuses to see Hope and Carter ruin the Forrester family's history. Although the mother and daughter had previously disagreed, this problem will drive them to the brink. Will Hope and Carter become Forrester's new power couple at the expense of losing her mother? Bill Spencer carries out a plot that might permanently change the balance of power, while Hope Logan releases a bombshell that could upend the complicated lives of the Forresters, Logans, and Spencers. One of the most combustible storylines in The Bold and the Beautiful's legendary history, both plotlines are set to upend relationships, companies, and familial connections. #### Hope's bombshell, dispelling the stability myth. Although Hope Logan has always aspired to be the epitome of virtue and grace, her recent confession has completely upended both her life and the lives of those around her. Following months of emotional turmoil, Hope has acknowledged that she is starting to feel something for Thomas Forrester, a guy whose previous fixation on her has been harmful and dangerous. This information is extremely shocking because it has the potential to destroy her marriage to Liam Spencer and erode the confidence of her closest supporters. Liam is devastated by Hope's disclosure because he has worked so hard to keep their love safe. He has constantly warned Hope about Thomas, who he views as a long-standing menace. In addition to Thomas's past, Hope's emotional affair calls into question the foundation of their marriage, making the betrayal more painful. Now, Liam needs to decide if he can forgive Hope or if their relationship has deteriorated beyond repair. Hope's admission is a moment of validation for Thomas. Thomas sees this as a turning moment in their relationship since he has strived to prove his love is real and to rehabilitate himself. Will Thomas's darker tendencies reappear in the aftermath of this new chance, or can he really be trusted? Hope's choice to accept or deny her love for Thomas might have a profound impact on the Forrester and Logan families as well as her personal life. Hope's mother, Brooke Logan, who is quite protective, is probably going to be upset. Toward a long time, Brooke has been against Thomas and has cautioned Hope about his propensity toward manipulation. Her response to Hope's revelation will surely cause stress in the Logan clan and damage their mother-daughter bond. Thomas's father, Ridge Forrester, would view this as a chance to help his son and mend the strained relationship between their families. There are professional ramifications to the revelation as well. At Forrester Creations, Hope and Thomas have collaborated extensively, and their unmistakable rapport has contributed to the hope for the future line's popularity. However, the company's reputation and profitability may be at risk if their personal relationships interfere with their professional collaboration. ###Bill's revolutionary power play, a cruel power play. Bill Spencer is covertly planning a move that might completely change the business landscape as Hope's discovery rocks her personal life. Bill is renowned for his bold tactics, and his most recent scheme is nothing short of revolutionary. Bill's action is expected to upset the balance of power in Los Angeles, whether it is a retaliatory plan against his rivals, a startling merger, or an attempt to regain control of Forrester Creations. It appears from recent episodes that Bill is focused on two things: mending his broken family and regaining prominence in the business world. A key component of his plan is his renewed interest in Katie Logan, his ex-wife and the mother of his kid. Bill is committed to demonstrating that he has changed, but his attempts have hampered Katie's developing romance with Carter Walton. Katie is forced to balance her feelings against her past because Carter, her dependable and encouraging partner, is everything Bill is not. Bill has goals that go far beyond romance. He is a dangerous foe because of his business sense and risk-taking tendencies, and his most recent plan may cause him to clash with the Forresters and possibly his own sons, Wyatt and Liam. Bill's proposal might rekindle old rivalries and forge new ones if it calls for a hostile takeover or an alliance with an unlikely figure like Deacon Sharp. The unpredictable nature of Bill's game-changer is among its most fascinating features. Will his audacity backfire and expose him to his adversaries, or will he be able to consolidate power? As usual, viewers are kept guessing by Bill's ability to balance the delicate line between hero and villain. ### collision course, the intersection of Hope and Bill's stories. Despite the apparent separation of Hope and Bill's arcs, it seems inevitable that they will eventually collide. The decisions that these characters must make will affect not only their families, but also the greater Bold and the Beautiful universe. Bill's goals may unintentionally be linked to Hope's struggles with her love for Thomas, especially if her personal life interferes with her ability to function at Forrester Creations. Bill could take advantage of Hope's situation if he sees a chance to take advantage of this weakness, either by siding with Thomas or going after Forrester Creations. On the other hand, Bill's audacious actions might unintentionally provide Hope the chance to reshape her destiny. Hope might be forced to leave her current position and reassess her goals if Bill's activities cause chaos at Forrester Creations. This could provide her with the clarity she needs to overcome her romantic turmoil. ### fan theories and fallout. Speculation over the resolutions of these two major stories is rife among the Bold and the Beautiful fans. Some people think Hope will eventually admit her emotions for Thomas, which will cause a heated argument with Liam and make things more difficult for her and her mother, Brooke. Others contend that Hope has the chance to stand up for herself and put her happiness ahead of what other people think she should be doing. Debates have also been triggered by Bill's game-changer. Will his most recent plan save him or send him to ruin? Will Katie become closer to Carter as a result of his attempts to win her back, or will they be successful? And how will his sons fit into his ambitions as they develop? Theories abound on social media, ranging from worries of disastrous betrayals to predictions of startling partnerships. Some viewers even conjecture that Hope's bombshell and Bill's plan might come together in a surprising way, bringing the two plotlines together in a way that changes how the drama unfolds. ### next steps? The repercussions of Hope's shocking revelation and Bill's revolutionary scheme are expected to take center stage in the upcoming The Bold and the Beautiful episodes. Viewers may anticipate violent confrontations, unexpected alliances, and possibly even some unexpected twists as the stakes rise and emotions run high. The elements of love, loyalty, and ambition that have made The Bold and the Beautiful a cherished daytime drama for decades are highlighted by these stories, whether it is Hope's search for meaning or Bill's unrelenting hunger for power. There is no doubt that Hope and Bill's decisions will have an impact on the Forresters, Logans, and Spencer's lives, making the drama as compelling as ever. Is Hope's villain era officially over? Fans didn't see this bold turn of events coming. One of The Bold and the Beautiful's most lovable and morally pure characters, Hope Logan, is at a turning point that has fans wondering, is she about to enter her villain era? Though recent choices and actions point to a darker change, Hope has long been the voice of reason amid the upheaval of the Forrester and Logan family conflict. Fans are divided and the dynamic of the show is being disrupted by the question of whether Hope is turning into the next anti-hero or outright villain. ### Hope's shift, from a darker path to a moral compass. For months, Hope's development has been simmering. The once unwavering supporter of honesty and fidelity has become involved with Thomas Forrester, a man whose previous fixation on her almost ended lives. She has already betrayed Liam Spencer emotionally and, as some suspect, violently as a result of this internal battle. Although she has not yet made a complete commitment to a relationship with Thomas, her readiness to explore these emotions suggests a significant shift from her typically moral nature. Hope's actions have had immediate and significant repercussions. Her loyal husband, Liam, is in shock over the possibility that Hope is not who he believed her to be. Hope's mother, Brooke Logan, views the change as a personal betrayal. Seeing her daughter reject these principles in order to pursue a relationship with Thomas has devastated Brooke, who has always defended Hope as the moral compass of the family. #### the malevolent attributes showing up in Hope. Supporters are pointing to a number of indicators that suggest Hope may be entering her villain era. 1. Love's selfishness. Hope's choice to place her affections for Thomas ahead of her marriage to Liam shows that she is becoming more and more inclined to put her own needs ahead of those of others. It's a dramatic change for a figure that has long been known for being selfless. 2. Deception. Hope has started to show minor signs of manipulation, especially when she is with Thomas. Some claim that by admitting her feelings to him while avoiding him, she has left him vulnerable and confused, which is similar to the actions of traditional Bold and the Beautiful villains. 3. Ethical arguments. Hope's capacity to defend her behavior by presenting it as an attempt to find happiness or develop personally is reminiscent of the inner monologues of characters such as Sheila Carter and Quinn Fuller, who frequently defend their wrongdoings by claiming that they are necessary for the greater good. 4. Partnership with a questionable individual. Hope will be associating herself with a man whose past involves deceit, obsession, and betrayal if she fully commits to a relationship with Thomas. Her reputation as a morally dubious person could be cemented by this alliance alone. #### The reasons fans believe this villain arc is effective. For the Bold and the Beautiful, Hope's possible villain arc is a storyline treasure trove. She has been a representation of morality for years, frequently acting as a counterpoint to figures such as Quinn Fuller or Steffi Forrester. The show not only reimagines Hope's persona but also opens up new dramatic possibilities by examining a darker side of her. The complexity of the real world is also reflected in this change. Hope's transformation into a morally dubious character reflects the difficulties many people have in striking a balance between their own interests and those of society. Viewers are challenged to reevaluate their ideas of good and bad by this familiar yet contentious plot. #### The potential development of this era in the show. A number of things could happen if the Bold and the Beautiful completely embraces Hope's villain arc. A full-fledged affair with Thomas. Hope might become estranged from her family and allies as a result of a serious connection with Thomas, which would make her angry and lonely, a typical setting for villainy. Steffi Forrester and rivalry. If Hope's actions hurt Liam and cause conflict at Forrester Creations, a more hostile relationship with Steffi can develop. Sabotage by professionals. Hope might start undermining competitors like Steffi or even her own mother, Brooke, by exploiting her job at Forrester Creations. A tease of redemption. Moments of redemption are common in villain storylines, which raises the emotional stakes. Hope's plot may become much more interesting if her villain era contains any instances of regret or vulnerability. #### Fan responses, divergent views on Hope's new course. There are a lot of discussions on social media on Hope's metamorphosis. Team Hope, some supporters contend that Hope is at last escaping the irrational demands made of her. Even if it means giving in to her darker tendencies, they view her decisions as a path to self-discovery. Team Liam, others are supporting Liam, who has continuously suffered heartbreak and adultery, because they feel that Hope's treachery is inexcusable. Neutral observers, regardless of whether Hope is viewed as a hero or a villain, a sizable section of the audience is just thrilled to see her assume a more nuanced role. #### The bigger picture, Hope's contribution to the future of the show. A change in the Bold and the Beautiful's overall narrative focus would be indicated if Hope is really beginning her villain phase. Hope has always been firmly rooted on the good side of the show's obvious good versus evil conflict. The authors are blurring those boundaries by making her character more complex, which makes the narrative more complex and unpredictable. There is no doubt that Hope's decisions will have a long-term impact on the Forresters, Logans, and Spencers, regardless of whether she eventually chooses to follow her new, darker path or finds atonement. In this exciting new chapter of The Bold and the Beautiful, fans are eager to learn what will happen next. Eric learns of betrayal on The Bold and the Beautiful after Ridge's solution is rejected. The Forrester family is in disarray once more as Eric discovers a betrayal that deeply hurts him and Ridge's suggested solution to an impending issue is rejected. Fans can expect a flurry of drama that will keep them on the edge of their seats as these entwined storylines are driving the Forresters to the brink. #### Ridge's solution, an ineffective plan. Ridge Forrester comes out with what he thinks is the ideal option to restore Forrester Creations and preserve the family history as the tension inside the company near a breaking point. The ranks of Forrester are divided as a result of recent disputes about creative direction, leadership, and even personal grievances. Ridge's proposal, which most likely calls for reorganizing jobs or taking the fashion house in a daring new direction, is greeted with suspicion and flatly rejected. Eric is the main opponent of Ridge's plan since he sees it as a challenge to his authority and originality. Eric views Ridge's idea as a rejection of his contributions, and he has been extremely protective of his most recent creations. Ridge's tense connection with his son Thomas, who can also feel marginalized by his father's behavior, is another factor contributing to the stress. For Ridge, the rejection is a deeply personal blow in addition to a professional one. He has dedicated years of his life to keeping the Forrester family together, frequently at the expense of his own happiness. He starts to doubt his position in the family and the organization he has devoted his life to after seeing his answer rejected by the people he loves about the most. #### The betrayal that transforms everything. Eric's discovery. Eric Forrester discovers a deception that threatens to destroy Ridge's faith in people closest to him while he struggles with rejection. Fan speculations abound, but the specifics of the treachery are yet unknown. Some believe that in order to seize control of Forrester Creations, Ridge and another important figure, possibly Bill Spencer, may have formed a covert partnership, which Eric would uncover. Some people think the betrayal might be more personal, including a loved one who has acted against his interests or withheld important information. It can rekindle old scars from their turbulent past if his wife, Donna Logan, is involved in the betrayal. Or perhaps it's his grandson, Thomas, or even Brooke Logan, whom Eric has always stood by despite their complex pasts, who betrays him. There is no question that Eric will respond explosively to the treachery. Known for his elegant manner, Eric has demonstrated in the past that when his trust is betrayed, he isn't scared to act decisively. The consequences will be felt both inside and outside the Forrester family, regardless of whether he chooses to face the traitor directly or to secretly plan his next course of action. ### Forrester Creations impact. Forrester Creations faces difficulties as a result of Ridge's rejected solution and Eric's revelation of treachery. The business has traditionally stood for excellence and solidarity, but these recent disputes have the potential to destroy the foundation of its success. If Ridge is unable to secure support for his idea, it may result in a power vacuum inside the organization, which could be exploited by competitors such as Deacon Sharp or Bill Spencer. Eric's revelation, meantime, might force him to act rashly and further destabilize the company by, for example, dismissing someone from a senior role or discontinuing manufacturing of his designs. As they attempt to strike a balance between their personal allegiances and their professional obligations, employees like Steffi Forrester and Hope Logan find that the infighting adds yet another level of stress. Additionally, the turmoil can damage the company's reputation, endangering alliances and driving away customers. ### Family disagreements widen. Both the professional and personal stakes are equally great. Over the years, Ridge and Eric's once close relationship has been put to the test numerous times, and their most recent argument may cause a permanent rift between the two. Always caught up in the turmoil of the Forrester family, Brooke will probably have to choose between sticking by Ridge and continuing to be friends with Eric. Thomas is also positioned to have a significant impact. Thomas's attempts at atonement may be derailed, and his darker impulses may be rekindled, if Eric perceives him as a co-conspirator in the betrayal or as a danger to his vision. Thomas may become much more estranged from his father and Steffi if he supports Eric in his fight against Ridge. What will happen to Ridge and Eric next? Eric and Ridge are both at pivotal points in their professional and personal lives. Ridge is forced to reconsider his leadership style and his place in the family after his solution is rejected. Will he pull back and let others take the lead, or will he intensify his vision? Meanwhile, Eric must decide whether to try to mend the broken connections around him or pursue justice for the treachery. His choice might bring the Forresters back together or drive them farther apart. Theoretics and fan speculation. Theories concerning the details of Ridge's scheme and the identity of Eric's traitor are rife among the bold and the beautiful fans. Ridge's plan: many think that Ridge's solution is to make Thomas the main designer, which Eric would strongly object to considering his own creative comeback. Others believe that in order to ensure the company's survival, Ridge would suggest a collaboration with an outside party, like Spencer Publications. Eric's betrayer. Theories concerning the treachery include Thomas utilizing Eric's designs without authorization and Donna concealing a covert association with Quinn Fuller. In a desperate attempt to salvage the organization, some supporters even speculate that Ridge is the betrayer. The overall view. The recurring themes of ambition, loyalty, and treachery that have characterized the bold and the beautiful for many years are highlighted as these plotlines develop. The argument between Ridge and Eric serves as a reminder that conflicting visions and ulterior motives can split even the closest of families. As the stakes continue to grow, the drama promises to keep viewers captivated. Will Eric's revelation of betrayal ruin any possibility of reconciliation, or will Ridge manage to bring the family together behind his vision? There is no doubt that Forrester Creations and the lives of its recognizable characters will be affected for months to come by the consequences of these incidents.